G'day guys, welcome to another stream. Tonight we're back working on these R34 Catch Cans, trying to, I guess, continue on with consistency, working on consistency. What do we got? I got two catch cans here, ready to weld. We'll just get through as much as we get through tonight. I don't even know what we've got going on. I'm hoping it'll come to me as I sit down and get ready to weld. The catch can that we did yesterday, really happy with the finished product on that one. So hopefully tonight we will produce the same quality of work. I think I might try welding for a little bit without the metronome after welding with it for a little bit and see if I can maintain the same sort of consistency without the metronome running. G'day Chris, welcome to the stream. Your name's a different colour tonight. I wonder if it's different all the time or I just notice it tonight. I think we've got every camera working, but I am suspecting that the setting camera, the one looking at the welder, will cut out again. I have done nothing to, or I moved the cable a little bit, but I've done nothing to try and rectify that problem. So, first things first, let's jump onto these little washer bottles. I did grab the little, where are you guys over here now? The little angle prop thing, so I'll be able to prop these parts up to try and get a better welding angle, which is something I didn't do last night. So I had that tucked away back there. But to start with, we're just going to run around the bottom of this guy, and then so I've got two of these and two of the big tanks as well, and yeah, we'll just work on them for as much as we work on them. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's different depending on whether you comment from Facebook or YouTube. But yeah, I'm pretty sure your name's usually blue. But it just is what it is. It doesn't matter in the slightest. And I did move my prop around a little bit as well. Hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of a better angle. I was thinking about it today while I was doing some tacking, to take a bit more time to change my seating position. It was something that I intend to work on, but to go up or down ahead of time. So we're going for 7 litres a minute here, which we're just a little bit over, and I'm happy with that. I've just put a brand new tungsten in, so we're 2.4 mil, 2% serrated tungsten in this guy. We got some 1.6 mil 53, 56, and I think that's it. I'm going to try welding across rather than towards a little bit more tonight as well. It's exactly the same. I just get a different icon. I have like a multi-stream chat viewer, so wherever you comment from I can see it, but it puts your little profile picture up. I assume it's so tiny I can barely see it, but it's the same colour. Maybe if somebody else jumps in, they'll be a different colour. I don't know. I'm pretty sure your name's normally blue, but maybe not. Maybe it's different all the time. I have no idea. It's so not important. It doesn't matter. What do we got going on the welder? I'm in a pulse setting at the moment. Let's jump back to profile number 1 here. We're on auto, pre-flow and post-flow. Square wave, 95 Hertz, negative 36 on the AC balance. We are still running 130 amps max on the foot pedal. I was looking at Hare and Forbes, and they've got those new welding carts. They're $300 something, just like little vertical carts with a bottle holder on the back. Almost identical to a cart that I was designing for myself, so I think I'm going to pick one of those up and give them a try as well. If you, I mean, you probably don't need a cart, but they look pretty cool. So let's dive into this. Consistency is what I'm working on, and we'll just fire up that metronome right here, and I will drop that volume down a fraction. We'll see if I can still hear that while I'm welding. Yeah, real happy with how they look. I do need to get a higher CFM dust collector as well, so I'm sort of gonna bundle everything together. So we'll head down there at some point and grab that stuff. But I like that they are coming out with some new stuff. I'll jump to a welding screen and we'll get cracking on this. Not bad. Took a minute to get comfortable. I couldn't do the welding across. I had to move and weld back towards me slightly. So not super happy with those first two welds there, but that third one along the back looks really nice. So just needed a second to dial myself in. 1300. Is that with a foot pedal too? Yeah, $1,300 is a good deal. Yeah, having a hard time getting comfortable. I feel like I don't know what's going on. Like my table's too low, my chair's too high. I'm not really sure. No foot pedal. Still a good deal though. Foot pedal's only a couple $100 for those machines, I think. Alright, how? Do I go back to standing and welding? I don't think. My table's too low for standing now. I might just give it a try though. What's the worst that can happen? Standing's not the answer, but those welds were not, where the hell are you guys, were not terrible. Yeah, a little bit inconsistent on this one. I'm not sure what happened right there, but you can see a bit of undulation there. The first weld was really good. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what I need to do. Okay, not too bad across the back there. A little bit of a missed dip right there, but very hard to pick that. Alright, I'm just super uncomfortable. I'm not sure what is going on. I feel like I can angle my table. Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep just making micro adjustments on comfort, and I'm sure I'm making it to be a bigger deal than it really is. So same deal, I'm just going to run across the bottom of these two larger ones here. I'll run, if I can, I'll run the whole way around and then do the same on the next one. I'll just start by tacking up a couple of corners and then we will get into it. I think I might, I think that camera dropped out actually. Let's see if we can get this to stay. Settings, I think that camera, yeah, that camera did drop out. I'm just going to change the waveform to Optima instead of square. I might drop that back to square wave mid-weld, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay. 230 amp MIG TIG. Yeah, okay, interesting. Oh, it makes sense that they would try and keep up with everybody. They're very well represented. I'll have to check them out. I haven't had a look for ages. do. Definitely looks really good. I think Optima Wave in this sort of frequency range is very, very forgiving. I just noticed that you said wireless foot pedal as well. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, really happy with how that turned out. I am having to move the part around a lot though, rather than moving the prop. I guess that is the compromise. If I lock in my seating position, it doesn't make me very mobile, unfortunately. We'll see how this one goes. A little bit of a step on these, on this one. Should be fine. So. That looks really good. Did have it to start blowout. Had it to. I can't figure out how to put those words together. It started to blow out above the drain hole there. So I just backed off. I tried to keep the top line in line, but ultimately it's going to have the fitting welded on there anyway. So where's the focus box on this? The focus box is over there. Why is that? No. Let me back that out. We want this camera. Focus box should be in the middle. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the weld itself looks really good around there. So that again, we just changed to Optima Wave. That's really all we changed. Super happy with that. I am not real happy with how much I have to move the part around. But maybe if we come over here, we might be able to avoid that. So let's finish welding this guy. If I weld the back first, we'll just get a couple of tacks on these two corners, and then we'll prop him up in that little jig. Jig starts. Then start along here, and we should just be able to follow that the whole way around. Then I think what my problem is here is that I'm sticking my leg up too high. I have heard somebody say once that they have an adjustable footstool under their welding table. Get the perfect height for their resting leg. I'm going to try this garnet bucket. Something I've never done before. When I don't have a footrest, I find I really push into my seat, and it actually puts a lot of pressure onto my toes. Alright, let's get a welding helmet and try that. not too bad. Just right at the end there, I burnt my fingers because my filler rod got too short, and I terminated the weld and restarted there. So you can see that I did that just up this end here. Doesn't look terrible, but I would have liked it to have been nicer, as always. So yeah, I don't think this prop idea is quite the right angle. I would prefer to stand this upright. Okay, now we can do the whole sort of back and top side. Tell you what, I'm doing a terrible job of making sure I'm comfortable before I arc up on these. Just so not in the habit of doing that. One of my issues is the position of the welder. I feel like I want to push my foot pedal over like an inch, and I cannot. Let's see if we can solve that problem. Which the real solution is to bring the table this way. I don't know what that does to the stream, but okay, that's better. I think. Yes. Okay, that's better. Cool, we'll do the same weld on that other tank. It's not that much better actually. So there we go. taking 2 steps backwards with comfort. Well, it's not too bad. I panicked somewhere here and way backed off the foot pedal. Doesn't look too bad all in all, but I don't know. I'm just making a big deal out of nothing, I think. Alright, so this is a job for the angle thing. And we'll get a block under the front. Alright, now we're ready to do the front and top. What is going on? I don't understand. Alright, let's try this and see how we get on. Okay, not too bad still. Something's not the same as it was last night. I'm not entirely sure what my boggle is, but it's something. I'm probably just making a big deal out of it. I'm not sure. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Alright, pretty good. I'm just going to go back to square wave and see if that makes me a bit happier, but that was a really nice, consistent weld actually. The only real thing I did different was I sat like way back in my chair. I'm clutching at straws tonight. Let's get this little prop here and we'll pop this brass block back on the top. And we're literally just buzzing around the tops of these two little guys and then they are done. It might be the best one I have done tonight. Oh gosh, tonight. So we did swap over to square wave. I've pretty much gone back to my old seating position, so haven't really gained too much, but really happy that got that dialed in by the time we got to the top of that product. So do the same thing on this guy here. Alright, I am not getting linear control with my foot pedal. It feels very sticky and very clunky. I wonder if there's like an arm that pivots. It's like a brass arm that pivots on a stainless steel bracket, which has been slowly eating itself away. I did bump that frequency up midway through the weld to 105. I'm just going to pull that back down. I don't think it was the right move. We'll just buzz around this filter basket here. I know I can't show you what's going on at the welder, but I'm just going to save the settings that we just changed and jump into the pulse settings that we've got. I might jump into pulse number 2. One of these had a high side. I think it's okay, this one. It's high at the back here. We'll tap him down after. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Especially on these inside ones here. So normally I use a different pulse setting. This one is a 1 second pulse. Normally we do 1.2 Hertz, which is a 0.83 second pulse time. Yeah, just backed off the amperage. Got a little bit of distortion up the top here. In that top plate, which is not too bad. And there's already a little bit of wave in that top bit at the back there, but that's all good. I'm not going to switch back over to that other tank. I'm just going to try and weld this one out, so at least when I come in the morning I'll be able to put fittings and brackets on and actually finish a product or get a product ready for powder coating. So we will just keep rolling through welding out this one. I'll go back to profile number 1. Just to recap, we are auto, pre-flow and post-flow on the gas, no pulse, square wave, 90 Hertz and negative 36 on the AC balance, and this is on a Kempe 235. And we're at 130 amps max on the foot pedal, and min is 20 amps, so we're getting full range with the pedal, but I feel like I'm having a pedal issue. I'll investigate it tomorrow. Not going to do that on stream. Alright, I'll just be mindful of that metronome. When I switch between screens, I have like that 40-second delay, so often I can hear the two metronomes out of sync, and it does get a little bit confusing. I think we did pretty well going down there. It does look nice and consistent. At the start there I was having that issue that I mentioned beforehand, where I was listening to the wrong metronome at the wrong time. But I think it's serving its purpose. Definitely spending a few days listening to the metronome will definitely be good to get that rhythm back. See if we can pop that camera over there. All right, let's keep going. Really happy with that. Something happened along this one, I can't remember what. I think I was starting to get a bit of a blowout as I approached here. It's probably got something to do, just that last little leg there where the filter basket isn't acting like a big heat sink. But nice across the back here as well. Really, really happy with that. G'day Andrew. I pulse that in because it sort of lets me travel quicker, so I don't get any distortion in that top plate. So I pulse that in to try and keep the heat out a little bit. So the camera wants to stay upright. Yeah, just to increase that travel speed. Tonight I used a 1 second pulse, but normally yeah, 0.83 second pulse, just so I get around that quicker. Try and keep it as flat as possible. Not super important on this style of tank, but if I was doing a recirculating tank instead of an atmospheric venting tank, I do have a gasket that goes on there on the recirc tanks, so keeping that flat is pretty important, but I do run a DA over it before it gets powder coated. On the recircing tanks, just a method that I have found that gets the job done. I just can't, I can't get consistency pulsing the outside, otherwise I would just pulse the whole thing. But for me, I just get these disgusting undulated welds, and I don't like them. Not too bad. Have we got it all? Or is there still, there's still a seam over this side. Might travel from top to bottom on that one, and might just give it a little taparoo. Okay, new filler rods and welding. felt really good. Looks really good too, which is a plus. Very nice indeed. Well, we are absolutely smashing it on time, so let's jump over to this guy. I think part of my issue with that filter basket weld that I did on the last one was that all the heat has dissipated from the part. So I'll buzz up this seam here and get a bit more heat back into the part before we jump back over to that filter basket. Okay, a couple of little blowouts towards the top there, right where my finger is there. You see it as it comes around, but really there's just sort of one dab that protrudes a little bit, but still pretty good consistency. I would guarantee that that guy will disappear when he gets powder coated. Just going to turn that max amperage down since I'm not getting a fine enough control with the foot pedal tonight. Maybe at the end of the stream we'll whip that foot pedal up on the bench and see if I can show you the issues that these Kempe pedals have. Okay, so I know I can't show you the welder, but I'm just going to save those settings, save changes. We'll jump to the 0.83 second pulse, and we'll get around this this filter basket. So at the moment, there's no problem with the warping on this this top plate here. So this thin section is generally where they warp. So I will weld that L shape across where it's thin at the top, thin on the side, and then the meaty area afterwards. But I'll get a tack on that corner first, and then we'll come in and weld that guy. So we're on 110 Hertz, -36 on the AC balance. We are on square wave. We're on a 45-55 split, and 1.2 Hertz, which is 0.833 second pulse. Sorry for the cat. It says you've been timed out. Timed out for 1 second. Please refrain from spamming caps. It's so sensitive. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not offended at all, Chris. It's totally fine. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of distortion in exactly the same place as last time, so changing that pulse rate didn't really help us out here. So right there, this top plate has distorted ever so slightly, but the rest of it looks really, really good. So I think in future I'll try and get an additional tack up there just to make sure we don't have that issue in the future. But super easy to tap him down, and no real issue at all. Cool. Let's carry on with this guy. Make sure we get out of that pulse setting, go back to profile number 1, and so we're back to square wave, 90 Hz, negative 36 on the AC balance. 120 amps, we're at max on the foot pedal now. Yeah, I'll grab the foot pedal. The wireless ones have the same problem. I'll grab it up on the table when we finish welding this tank, and hopefully I can show you with this camera what it actually looks like. Alright, not too bad. Pretty happy with the weld across the front here. That turned out really nice. Got a little bit too much heat just as I got to the end on this one here. If you can see that, it just really dulls off a little bit. Still pretty consistent, and it will look great when it's powder coated. And across the back there, same deal. Probably a little bit too much heat in this part at the moment to continue on. I have the world's shortest airline next to me at the moment. I just got a new air compressor, so I've actually split the shop now with 2 air compressors instead of trying to run one for both sides of the shop. So I haven't actually had a chance to finish dropping the airlines down on this side. But basically I got air tools and the laser over on that side, and then on this side I've got the sandblaster and powder coater. I actually really just wanted a brand new air compressor for the powder coat setup because my old air compressor, you know, it's got a dirty old tank, and I was actually just chasing some gremlins in the powder coating setup or procedure, which we've got on top of now. It didn't entirely require a new air compressor, but at least I could rule out those options or problems. Yeah, making some good changes around here. Anyway, but yeah, we'll get an airline, a permanent one here, so right next to the welding table, so we'll be able to cool these parts down easier as well. Not that it happens that often anymore. Okay, I need to invest in a new arm for this camera. It's really struggling. We'll get across here, and then I think we've just got one more on the back, and then we can call this guy done. Was the most comfortable I've felt all night, and it's a really great looking weld to boot. So I'm so worried that this camera is gonna fall off the wall. Let's try that, maybe. So I just went down here, and it looks really, really good. Alright, I think there's just one more, and I would like to go top to bottom on that one. And I think on the previous tank we had a little bit of an issue just before this fold here, so I'll just do a little bit of a fusion weld back here just to help us out when we terminate that weld. Not too bad, not too bad. Nothing remarkable happened. It looks good. I'm really happy with that. I think the whole product is welded now, yes. So we'll just set those aside. We'll come back to those when we sign off and have a bit of a look over them. But for right now, let's just unplug the pedal and let's see if I can just blow it off before I probably shouldn't do that because they've probably just blown off what I was going to show you. Trying to get all the swarf off of it. So what's going on here is I've unplugged it, we're all good. How the heck can I show you this? Let me grab a torch. And this, and a pointing stick. So this this piece right here, no, the torch is not helping us out. Let's get this chill block and prop it. How am I going to show you that? Let me figure it out. You can see that pretty good. I think it's just because my viewing window is so small. So this guy here, is pushing up on a stainless steel plate. Does that make it any better? Yeah, so you can see that adjuster there pushing up against the stainless steel plate. It is actually a chrome plated brass thread attachment, and it's a thread at this end as well, at the top end, where it goes into just a blank hole, and that is actually wearing away. And what is happening is that it binds every now and then. It locks up. I have thought that I would like to make a Teflon like little collar for it to go in there, but I just haven't got around to doing that yet, and I wish I didn't blow it off. I might be able to might be able to show you from this direction. I can, yeah, okay, I can show you this side a bit better if I can get you to see that side at all. So right there where it pokes through, you can actually see where it's starting to cut the... Oh, there's no way I can show you that, I don't think, with this camera. Everything's going on now. Can I zoom in or something? How can I show you what the heck's going on there? So where that thread's poking through, right at the bottom of it there, you can see that it's really cutting in. And also you can see the action of it. This is so hard to show, but see as the pedal comes back down, the top of the threaded rod, top of that threaded rod starts binding on the back of the foot pedal. It's just a really poor design. The wireless, this is a wired pedal, the wireless foot pedals have exactly the same issue. I've had a few people reach out to me because of my YouTube videos asking me what the heck is going on, and that is what the heck is going on. And yeah, I'm having some massive binding issues tonight. And I wish that there was a better solution for that. But yeah, normally, and yeah, I wish I didn't blow it off, but normally there's a big pile of brass in the bottom of the foot pedal there. But you can see, I can see a little bit of dust, but you know, that is what it is. I wish I could get a little inspection camera or something. I'll show you a bit clearer on what's going on. But yeah, you'll be able to see that when you get your pedal. I have reached out to 2 different reps at Kempe about it, and Kempe's, I mean, nothing against Kempe, but every time I contact them, the answer is always, that's the first I've ever heard of it. So every issue I've ever had with this machine, I'm the first person to ever have that issue. Yeah, I think you certainly could. There is only 2 threads, so less than a millimeter of adjustment to be able to add anything additional. But really, I think swapping that out for a different material, like brass is just the wrong material to be going into a stainless steel hole. But yeah, I think because it is a thread, it'd be super easy to machine up just a little Teflon little cover for it and screw that on and let that wear away and just treat it as a consumable part. I could probably, because I don't have a lathe, I could probably machine up on the CNC something out of Delrin, or I could attempt to 3D print something out of nylon maybe. but quite a small part. But anyway, curious, you guys, if you inspect your pedals and see what's going on with yours. But yeah, like I said, I've had a few people all over the place. Grab that tank I knocked off. A few people all over the place, all over the country, reach out and say what the hell's going on with the foot pedal. Originally, I didn't even know that was an issue. Somebody reached out to me to help me troubleshoot their machine, and we discovered that that was an issue with their machine. And then I checked mine and found I had the same issue, and then since then, yeah, there's been a couple of others. But yeah, it's just one of those things. You know, it just is what it is. It doesn't not work, so you know, it's all good. So tonight we got 2 R34 Catch Cans done. Very happy with the welds on these. They do. I actually think I did a better job last night, but there are some really good looking welds. Let's just get this guy on here. Yeah, definitely. And once you've used it for a while as well, just keep an eye on it. I would be very curious to know if they've changed it. I did have one rep tell me that they are stainless steel on stainless steel, but I think they might have been confused because they are just chrome plated. But I have no idea. It's just an issue. And tonight, I wish I had the welding camera on, because that would give us a bit more information of that that stickiness within the mid-range of the pedal. But anyway, we've done a great job welding these guys out tonight. 3 of these done in the last 2 days. I will put the fittings on tomorrow. I need to get 2 of these powder coated tomorrow, so I will endeavour to get that done first thing in the morning. And I don't know what we've got going on tomorrow. I'm really having, I mean, it's fine once I get started on stream, but I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out how to fit it in to my day. And I think it's only because of the powder coating situation. I'm still trying to figure out workflow and you know, figure out how doing the entire process of building a catch can from start to finish in the shop works. And I feel very time poor at the moment, but I will continue to make this a priority and keep rocking up as often as possible. So I guess I'm sort of saying that I do want to say I will be here tomorrow, but the day might change how that goes. So is it the same foot pedal on the 325? I imagine it'd be the same shell and everything, maybe a different potentiometer, but I don't see why it would be. But I have done zero research, but yeah, the 235 definitely is an issue. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for, what do we got? We got an R33 can here and some Evo 7 cans there. And I will be cutting a whole bunch of airboxes and stuff tomorrow. It is the same pedal. Good to know. But yeah, that's it. We did great tonight, I think. I'm really happy with that. I definitely feel like something's wrong, but we're going to continue to try and work on that. Stop playing with settings, start playing with the physical changes. And I'll stop that. Cool. Chris, Andrew, thank you so much for jumping in the chat and joining me on the stream here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you're doing it for the first time, Chris, you, like me and others, you might find a fair bit of brass dust under there, and if you do, I'd be really curious to know. and flick us a picture if there is wear on there as well. I do have a bunch of problems that I have been sending to reps from other people, just from the videos that I put out. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys jumping in the chat, and it's so awesome. Anyone who popped in and checked out what was going on tonight, thank you so much. Spending a little bit of your day checking out what I got going on means the world to me. It's truly amazing. I'd love some feedback too. I did quite a big revamp on the back end of the stream as far as moving my station around and stuff, and it feels like lighting needs work, audio needs work, and I'd love your thoughts and ideas on what you think needs improving on the stream. That would help me out on to what to focus on and where to put my attention. If you're on Facebook while the stream is live, hit the like, the share, and all that stuff. The stream does stay up on Facebook, so you can view it after it was live. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. If you're new here and you're picking up what I'm putting down, hit the subscribe button, hang around. I'm streaming a couple of times a week. 3 times a week is the goal. And I do have some videos coming, and there is a ton of videos on the channel as well. You can go back and watch all sorts of random stuff I've done over the years. And I think there's over 150, there's at least 140 of VODs up there of the stream that is just endless AC welding content. You can watch me do the same thing day in, day out, just like working for AT Performance. So yeah, hit subscribe. It's really helping us out at the moment, trying to grow this channel and get this stream out, get this this community out to more people. There's also a Facebook page directly related to the stream. You can find it in the description. It's called Getting Better at TIG Welding. I would love to see your project, so jump on there, join the page, share what you're working on. It doesn't necessarily have to be welding related, but I'd love to see what people are making and doing, and it gives us a little bit of a two-way conversation instead of me just talking at you. And that's it. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you everybody so much. It's so awesome that this thing exists. So thank you for that. Have a great night, everybody. I will be back tomorrow, and take it easy until then.